And here we go. All right. Here we are. I see we have some folks in here already. Thank you for joining us. We have a little something different that we're going to be doing tonight with the game. There's 2 new players, 2 new characters that are going to be here. And we're going to introduce them very shortly here. As a matter of fact, let's start off with you, Paul. Rob, you want to introduce yourself and your character, and then we'll roll through this.
Yeah, like Greg was saying, thank you guys for coming to the stream. Welcome to, I believe it's episode
3.
3. Yeah, episode 3. Of the BOR. I play Paul Lucera, whose codename is Raiden. He's a veteran agent of the BOR. Has been doing this almost about 2 years, and he's learning also quite a bit. Kind of being brought up to speed in some aspects. He's not too happy about some of it, but you'll get to see that as the stream progresses. Not big on words, but he is big on action, so expect all the smoke. All of it.
Big on action. All right. And Scotty.
Yeah, so Scotty Sims, where Paul is short on words, Scotty's got plenty, so he kind of balances out the 2 of them. He's a self-proclaimed pacifist. He prefers to try to talk things through in any means he has to before resorting to violence. What a swell guy. Perfectly trustworthy.
Not sussed at all.
Come on, we could trust the rat.
You can trust the rats and no one ever.
I think
Ratatouille, rats controlling things leads to good things happening.
Oh boy. All right, as it gets thick in here. And next up, we have Ring.
Hi, everybody. So I play Harper Young, who goes by Ring. So unlike Paul, who is quiet, she is quiet when she needs to be, talkative when she probably sometimes doesn't need to be, and a massive brat. So be expecting a lot of that from her.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. And last but not least, we have Paradox. How about you, Paradox?
I think we have technical difficulties. Yeah, we're having some technical difficulties because I can't hear her.
Just a second.
That's because I was on mute, because why not? Anyway.
The classic.
Paradox is a nomad, and she's very bubbly and fun, but that doesn't mean that she can't hold her own in a fight.
All right. So we'll be finding out here, I think, as we roll into things for this evening. So that's the quick introduction to the characters, and with that, I think we will get ourselves started into this. So, with the 2 new characters, Ring and Paradox, you 2 have known each other for a little while now. You've done a few jobs together. You've been part of the BOR, I would say, for a couple of months. Maybe just long enough to form a little bit of a bond. And I think you might have a job right now, but take it away. So you guys are in a car? Ara.
Sorry, freeze up for a moment. So I would say that Ara's just sitting in the car, relaxing. Looks over at Paradox like, "Hey, want to go for drinks later? After all of this shit mess is done."
Paradox, who is driving, looks over at Ring, and she just kind of shrugs. She says, "Meh, we'll see.
Hmm.
Depends on how beat up we are."
Yeah, this should be a piece of cake. Just a bunch of scabs.
I'm not so sure about that. You never know. Shit can hit the fan real fast.
Fair enough. But hey, if shit hits the fan, just gives me an excuse to get some more fun tools to use later. Shall we go have some fun now?
You know I'm always down.
Let's go. So she'll once they get to the location that they need to be, which would be, I would assume, a pretty well-known hangout for some of the scavs. She's gonna climb out and
So, so this place you guys come to is actually in north side of Kabuki. Not, definitely not a nice area to be in. It's a one-story building. It's a bar. A few motorcycles, junky-looking cars parked out in front. There's a small parking lot there that seems like it's been gated off. A half burnt out neon sign hangs over the door that says the L Resort.
Paradox pulls up to the curb side, and she looks over at Ring and says, "Are we going in guns a-blazing, or are we trying to sneak in?"
she'll kind of pause for a minute, kind of look around the place. You know, I like the idea of going in full force. But at the same time, maybe a mix of the two?
Let me put it this way. Do we want to get this done quick, or do we want to take our time?
Oh, the hard questions. Yeah, let's get it done quick.
Alright. Sounds good to me.
So I guess guns blazing.
She turns off the car and steps out of opens up the door and steps out. And then she grabs her assault rifle, slings it over her shoulder, and her heavy pistol, and waits for Ring to join her there on the curb.
Ring will grab her own assault rifle and make sure she has all of her gear set in place, and then we'll climb out to join her. Just kind of looks over and smiles real big and says, "Let's have some fun."
Awesome. So it sounds like you guys are going head on into this building?
Yes, sir.
It's just a rundown old bar. Doors, basically a push door to get in, and there's some music going on inside there.
It'll be even more rundown by the time they're done with it.
Word.
So I am going to leave it up to you. I can tell you what it looks like inside, or you can create it.
I am new to this, so I am so down for the DM to describe it.
Yeah.
Not a problem.
That is just me.
So in classic Kill Bill style, the two of you walk up to the front door, push the front doors open, guns in hand. I'm not even... What kind of weapons are you carrying?
Paradox has an assault rifle, but right now she has her very heavy pistol ready to go.
All right. So you push the doors open and just kind of saunter in. Couple of ladies. Might want to take an opportunity here to just describe what you actually look like.
So Ring is very much a what you would almost describe as a biker chick. Half shaved head, hair hanging off to one side, tattooed out. She has. It's pretty easy to tell if she has some cyberware on her. She decked out in quite a bit. Few scars, some of them kind of gnarly, especially kind of right here around her neck. Not somebody you necessarily want to mess with.
Doesn't sound that way to me. I don't know, though. Sounds kind of hot.
I guess it depends on if you like the bad girl type.
Paradox.
So Paradox is probably almost the complete opposite. She's very tall. She's kind of stocky, but like she's still very fit. She kind of looks like what you imagine a shield maiden would be built like. Because she is also Caucasian and has big bright blue eyes and crazy long curly pink hair. And her outfit, even though she's covered pretty much all the way up, it's very much bright pink, looks like a rave kid, not what you would expect, but that's what's coming in with this crazy biker chick that they look like complete opposites.
Nice. All right, so as you guys enter these double doors, push the doors open, you enter this room. And it literally just looks like a dive bar. There's a large bar, a lot of neon, kind of low ceilings. There's some tables. It's probably 2 to 3 people over by a pair of pool tables off to your right, shooting some pool. These guys don't necessarily look like they don't look like they're the average customers. As a matter of fact, there doesn't really look like there's any customers in the bar. Everybody here looks like they have some sort of purpose. Up to and including the bartender, who's standing behind the bar just kind of wiping down some mugs. You got 2 guys sitting at the bar. You have the 4 people over by the pool tables, which are to your right. And you have 2 more that are sitting kind of in a booth off to your left.
So Ring's gonna kind of look around, take into account of how many people are there, kind of get a feel for the room, if you will. And then I would say she's gonna look towards the bartender and just straight blunt. Where's your boss at?
Paradox looks over and asks, what was our hit's name again? Was it McBean? What was it?
McBean. I was thinking it was like, Scum or something like that.
Well, we know it's Scum, but like, he has a name.
I mean, does it really matter what his name was? It's gonna be obsolete here pretty soon.
Probably. We don't really want to kill any civilians if there are any in here.
She will kind of glance around and be like, yeah, sure.
And with that, Paradox looks around and says, anybody not involved, get the fuck out.
Okay. So pretty much everybody in this bar takes notice of you, especially when you're addressing them that way. Nobody's leaving. Two guys at the table on your left are just kind of sitting there. You notice one of the guys lowers his hand down under the table. The two people sitting at the bar kind of get off their stools and turn around and look at you. It really has an Old West showdown style feel to it, where they're just kind of looking at you like, all right, who the fuck are you?
And here I thought this was gonna go quick. Seems like they want to play a little more than... Should we teach them a lesson to mess with us?
Fox kind of smiles and just nods really quick. He's like, yes.
Okay. She's gonna kind of glance around. Kind of just lifts up one hand that's not holding the assault rifle and just goes, bring it.
Alright, give me an initiative roll.
Initiative.
All right. So, in response to your bring it, one of the guys at the bar actually rapidly, and you notice what this is. He kind of cracks his neck, and the next thing you know, he is right in front of you, and he is going for trying to grab onto you. So, roll your brawling, please.
Which one of us?
I'm sorry, Ring, the one that was speaking.
Okay, that'd be
Nice. It's a good roll.
I'm guessing it's a 28.
All right, so he tries to manhandle you and fails miserably. So you want to tell us what happened there?
Yeah, he's gonna go get up in her face, and she just kind of real quick lean up and just smooch him right on the cheek, and then try to just kind of dances around him like, yeah, nice try.
All right, and you have the initiative at this point, ma'am. Ring.
Yeah, she's just gonna go straight in at the guy that tried to manhandle her. She's like, yeah, you fucked up, sucker. And she's gonna try to shoot him.
Go for it.
What? Hold on.
So you're trying to just do just punch him, shoot him.
Shoot him.
Shoot him. Okay. So you want to use your pistol?
She doesn't have pistol. She has auto rifle.
Ah, gotcha. At close range. Interesting.
So that would be...
Hold on a second. I will help you with that. All right, so you want to do now? Are you planning on? Are you going to auto fire on him, or you're just popping off a round on him?
Auto fire.
Okay, so you want to roll auto fire?
Is 14.
All right. So I'm going to have you roll 2d6 for me, please. 7. All right. So Wowie. Alright, so you just did 21 points of damage to this guy. At that close range, I mean, those bullets probably just sliced through him like butter, but I will let you describe this. You have definitely messed his day up.
So when she kind of sidesteps him, she's gonna turn and pretty much just try to unload on him, and just watches as the bullets rip through him, and she just smiles and says, "Now this is fun, and I learned you get fucked up." And she just watches just blood splatters all over, not even a care in the world.
Just, just like the scene from RoboCop, that one guy getting demolished by the machine guns.
Nice. Alright, now for Paradox. You actually have two of these guys from the pool table who are moving up on you, Paradox. Both of them have combat knives.
That's all? That's all they have?
That's it. That's all they're coming at you with. I mean,
Alright.
two harmless little girls like you, right?
Sure.
Roll evasion for me, please. Actually, roll it twice.
Okay. Evasion. Gotta find it. Ooh, of course. That's
Okay, so that
27
first
and then 11.
that first attack misses, miserably. The second attack, though, is going to be a hit unless somebody wants to help you out with that. So at this point, anybody in the audience can actually use their street cred to add to a player's rolls, give them a stim back or healing, or you can double their damage on any attack they do. So take a look at that and see if you would like to help her out with this. That includes the other players as well. You guys can use those too.
I have points. What?
You do. You have points.
Since when?
It should be showing up in there for you. So the command for this would be oh, sorry. I think I got that wrong. It's
Nice. Does that add a +2?
yes. And with that +2, which I'm going to go ahead and give you the yeah, it's Nyx, I'm sorry. It's her first name, not the Paradox. I'll have to change that and fix it. So with that, you tie the roll, and that's going to go to the defender. So tell us what that looks like. That's the first attacker, by the way.
Oh, as these two guys are coming up on Paradox, she starts to kind of dance around them. And then as they swing towards her, she effortlessly ducks away from their attacks. And then she backs away from them after evading both of those attacks. And then out of the hand that isn't holding her gun, two long swords come out as her wolvers extend from her hand.
All right. You got some... those are some quite some nails you got there. All right, I need you to. I need you to roll. You should roll evasion twice more for me, Paradox.
Okay.
That was the first attacker. Now you have the second attacker you have to deal with.
17 and 16.
And you stealthily evaded both of those. So what is now what? Now what does that look like?
Same thing. She's just deftly ducking away from the attacks and just cackling. She's just laughing her head off watching these two try and get to her.
All right. And you are up in the turn order, Paradox. What are you going to do?
Alright. Well, she is going to lunge at the guy that just tried to attack her and try and take 2 slashes out of him as well.
Okay. So you want to give me a roll for that?
Oh, come on. These gnats and then critical fails are just killing me tonight.
Did you get a critical fail on it?
Yeah, so I got a 28 on the first one, and then
Okay.
a 17 on the second.
Well, even with that 17, that's not a critical fail, but is it?
No, I think it just rolled a 1 on one of the damage
Yeah, the
rolls, so that
damage.
makes
Oh.
the big red box appear that makes you scared.
Gotcha.
So,
Good
but
old
it's
roll
only
20.
12 points of damage.
So you hit with both of those attacks.
Or no, my brain is not working. It's 15.
So you hit with both of those attacks. He's still standing, but tell us about that. What does that attack look like?
So she lunges forward and takes 1 slash out of one arm and another out of the other and says, I brought some knives too. As you can see.
But my knife is bigger than yours.
It
She
missed the
just
chance
rolls
for the
her eyes
Crocodile
at him.
Dundee.
Yeah.
You call that a knife?
This is a knife.
This is a knife. Just got to get that accent going. Absolutely. All right. So now we're gonna jump back to the 2 guys off to your left, which actually are just gonna get some positions there. All right, we're gonna roll back over to you, Harper. So you just blasted this guy, and he is. You definitely, like I said, you messed up his day. I mean, he is bleeding bad.
So she's gonna attempt to finish him off and just get him completely out of the picture.
Okay, so how are you doing that?
I think we're just gonna try for a single shot.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for me.
That would be shoulder arms.
Yeah. All right. And you hit. So now damage with that weapon for a single shot is, let's see, 5d6? Yeah, 5d6 damage.
That is correct.
So go ahead and roll your 5d6.
Solid roll. Solid roll.
Way more. Way more than you needed. So
She's a little over the top.
Held down the trigger
This-
just a little longer.
Poor guy didn't really know what he was getting into with this. So tell us what that looks like.
Yeah, so she's gonna step back, kind of glance down at her arm, and be like, "You got blood all over me," and just kind of aim and fire one straight at him, and she's just gonna watch him fall and go, one down. Starts looking around and goes, "Okay, who's next?"
So the two guys that are kind of off to your left, the ones that were sitting over there in the booth, they were just kind of getting out of this booth, and obviously gunfire starts. The one guy just watches you drop his presumably friend, and he just looks at you and he's like, "That's it, you bitch," and he pulls a heavy gun out of the back of his pants and fires off 2 rounds at you.
Yeah.
So roll some evasion for me. All right, and roll me a d8, please. All right. The first round hits you in the right shoulder. The second round misses. So, and literally, he just kind of pulls that gun out sideways. Boom, boom.
Okay.
What does that look like?
So when that first shot hits her, she kind of stumbles back. And before she gets a chance to kind of right herself, she's quickly stumbling out of the way of that second shot. And kind of once it clears, and she's going to kind of stand there for a second. Looks at him as like, "Okay, you done fucked up." And it just, all the giggles just kind of go away, and she just kind of dead set looks at him and goes, "And you're the type of fuckers I hate. You just signed your death warrant."
All right. And the other guy is actually going to hold his action. Paradox.
Is it my turn, or is she getting attacked?
Your turn.
Okay. Well, as she's fending off the dude that she's attacking with her wolvers, she points her very heavy pistol at the other guy and takes 2 shots, and she's like, "Oh look, I also brought a gun to a knife fight."
Surprise, surprise.
That's too funny.
That's only got a rate of fire of 1, so she just fires off 1 shot.
So you have a hand cannon.
Pretty much. That is a 14. Probably misses.
Actually, you hit this guy, and your round literally ricochets off of him.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I'm rolling so good tonight. It's great.
And he doesn't, he's wearing like a tank top. I mean, it doesn't look like he's wearing any real. He's got leather pants on, but just a tank top up on the top, and that round literally just off of him.
That damage roll was tragic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
Pretty-
looks at
pretty
her
bad.
gun and looks back at the guy and says, "Oopsie daisy."
So, Nyx, odd or even?
No.
Oh, the famous 3 words.
Even Steven.
All right. So, this guy that you just shot lunges at you. And I'm going to have you roll a brawling roll for me, please.
Okay. Brawling.
Mm-hmm.
19.
All right, he goes for your weapon, and literally, just barely, you beat him. So you're just managed to keep a hold of your weapon. You want to tell us what that looks like?
So she watches as he tries to grab her weapon, and with cat-like reflexes, she pulls it up and says, "What are you trying to do? That's cheating, bro. You can't do that."
That's stealing. That's illegal.
Exactly.
Wow.
You can't do that.
Wow.
That's not nice.
Okay. All right, and the other one isn't going to. He's not going to risk it because he doesn't like this situation. So he just pulls up another heavy pistol and fires off 2 shots at you. Roll evasion twice for me, please.
That is a 30 and a 15.
All things
30
in
and a
balance.
15. Okay. Well, that 30 definitely, you evade that with ease. Is that the final roll on that second shot?
Uh-oh. Means I need some help. Help me!
You do have luck that you can use. That's fine.
Oh,
That's
yes.
luck.
Yes. There is luck.
There is.
I know. Am I gonna have to spend my luck? Probably.
Looks like somebody just gave you a +2.
Oh, nice. Thank you, Laura.
All right.
Gotta look out for each other.
All right. So
All right.
you evade both shots.
Alright, cool. So with that,
We got
she disengages both of the guys and literally does a somersault in between them, in between the two of them to get away, and then flips around and looks back at them with her revolver still extended and her gun pointing right at him.
nice. All right.
And she does it in heels.
Of course.
Just trying to style
Or really trendy sneakers.
That's
Because
what I was gonna say. We like have, you know, 2 lady samurais in here right now, sort of.
No, I imagine Paradox would have like those light up Skechers.
yeah. Yeah.
Light up
Love it.
Skechers.
I love
Light up.
it.
Love it.
My man said the
ones
light
that
up
look like
fucking
Skechers.
Skechers. Jesus.
They look like Skechers, but they're the platform ones. So
Oh
she,
my
Ooh.
god.
on top of her height, she's still got the wedge, and she looks super like they're still high heels, but not, and they still light up.
Fucking light up Skechers. Jesus Christ.
So Paradox is kind of unique. Why don't we just take a second here? I mean, she's got a couple. Doesn't she still? Does she still have the kill counter?
Yeah.
So
Yep,
why
she
don't
still
you
has
tell
the
us a
kill
little bit
counter.
about what she actually looks like?
So she has these really girly tattoos. Kind of think like Hello Kitty. So there's like
Oh my
a Hello
God.
Kitty style skull on her forearm. She's got some lace on her leg, which you can't see right now because she's wearing her suit. And then she has this flashing kill counter that is like in cutesy bubble lettering, and it's flashing at a 19 right now. We'll see if it gets any more numbers added to it.
Said Hello Kitty. You know what? It's on brand. It's on brand. Paul's gonna judge silently.
That's fine. Now, would I personally ever get tattoos like that? No, but she's special.
Yeah, she is. Paul's gonna judge silently, and probably harshly.
Indeed. Indeed.
She has a kill counter of 19, though. That's pretty big. That's pretty good. Just saying.
Interesting to watch and see what we end up with here. So, Ring,
Yes, sir.
you just waxed the floor with this guy who come up on you using a Sandevistan, no problem. And another one of them just took a couple pot shots at you. So, what's your reaction to that?
Yeah, so she went from the it's time to have fun to yeah, he just signed his death warrant with that one. And she gonna look him dead square in the eyes, raise up the assault rifle, and she's like, headshot, gut shot. Ooh, no, I know.
Oh, no, I don't like where this is going.
She's
Seriously.
gonna smile real big, and she's gonna aim where the sun don't shine.
Oh,
That's just fucking rude.
it's a headshot in its own way, though.
Right? Hey.
Any time now somebody could do a little DM inspiration,
Save the guy from
help the less fortunate type thing.
Nah, I want to see this happen.
She's gonna go full on auto fire with this one.
Oh my god.
He pissed her
Okay.
off.
There's gonna be nothing left of it by the end of this.
He's not even gonna be a man no more.
Point. That is the point. And I approve.
Let's have it. What do we got?
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh,
Full on
21.
auto fire with that. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. All right. I need you to roll me 2d6. Or you already did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
got
already
it.
rolled up
I got
there.
it. Got it. Okay, so.
And nice.
Whew. All right, so you nailed him.
Yeah, he does.
He takes it pretty well though. So he does have some, leather jacket and whatnot on. It looks like maybe he has some form of Kevlar underneath that.
Okay.
And most importantly, balls of steel.
Balls of steel.
Not for long.
Yeah, but the armor doesn't actually stop all of it. So you now have this guy who just got shot in
The unmentionables.
waist area.
Family jewels.
So yeah, he's hurting.
His family tree just got cut down a little bit.
And the guy next to his buddy basically watches this situation, looks at you when you shoot him, and looks at this guy and starts chuckling about it. And very quickly decides better of himself. He's like, oh shit. Boom.
That's fucked up. It's like, oh shit, my bad. He caught himself laughing.
It is your pain. Oh my god. And he lifts this gun up to, take a couple shots at you, and pointing right at you. You can see his eye down the sights of the barrel of this gun, because you're maybe 10 to 15 feet away from him, but so you're not literally can't see his eye. You can see he is aiming right at you, and he pulls that trigger and click, gun jams. All right, Nyx, you're up.
All right. Well, Paradox is looking over at her buddy and nods with approval as she fights. And then she is going to take. She's going to cross her arms basically and take a shot at the dude that she was attacking with her wolvers before.
Okay. Roll for me, please.
And good lord, how many more ones can I pull? I'm actually going to spend 2 luck to make that a 19.
Okay. And with 19. A second here. Oh.
Ah,
All right.
Come
So this guy actually uses the knife and, kind of puts it back against his arm and literally parries your blow. You only get one attack with those, or you get two?
it's a very heavy pistol, so it is only a rate of fire of 1.
Okay.
I believe so. That's what it said when I looked it up. Now I gotta relook it up.
Most very heavy pistols only have a rate of fire of 1. I think there's one that is an exception.
So just for audience reference, the two things that just happened here is one on the attack that I tried to make against Ring. I actually rolled a critical failure, so that guy's gun jammed. He'll have to take a turn to unjam the gun. And on the defense against Nix's gunshot, I rolled critical success. So it might have just been luck, and that blade happened to be in the right place at the right time, but he actually just defended himself against a bullet with a knife.
My man's living in an anime, and he's the main character.
He brought a knife to a gunfight because that's all he needs.
That's right. That's right. He is the man. All right. So, Ring, roll perception for me, please.
Okay.
I was imagining at this point, the bartender is still just like washing some glasses, watching this all go down. It's like, just another Wednesday.
Pretty much. He's like, man, they're not going to pay for the repairs.
Well, Ring, you're pretty focused on what you have going on in front of you, and almost getting shot at, but not quite. So you don't notice the bartender pull a shotgun from underneath the counter, and he takes a shot at you. So I'm gonna have you roll your evasion.
Oh, Jimmy, why you do it, Jimmy? Could have just kept washing the glasses, man.
20.
Odd or even?
Oh god. Crap.
Even Steven never fails.
Oh, fuck it. We'll go with an odd
100%
second.
rate for even Steven.
We'll go even.
Even? All right. So you called it. You are successful in your evasion of the shot you did not see coming. What does that look like?
So yeah, she's hyper focused on taking down the guy and actually probably smirking a little bit at the fact that his buddy's laughing at his pain. And I would say instead of hearing it, she goes to take a step forward and just basically is lucky to avoid the shot. That she happened to move just right at the perfect moment to get a little bit closer to take out those other two.
Gotcha. All right. Pardon me 1 second. There we go. All right, and Nyx. This guy is going to... He's pretty handy with this knife. Really, really good at wielding that thing. He's, got he's doing his whole round, and he decides to come in at you, and he is going for... He's trying to get that blade into some soft tissue, so he's going, like, up under your arms, maybe the insides of your legs. And... hold on a second.
Ooh, 20. Jeez Louise.
And then have you roll evasion twice, ma'am.
Dang. Got a 28 and a 20.
There you go.
All right.
She took her synth coke today. She's fast as fuck.
She took something today.
Yeah, so
Definitely.
every strike that he tries to make, she matches with her Wolvers and blocks him from hitting her. As she's still pointing her gun at this other dude as well.
Gotcha. All right. So you're the guy who took the shot at you, Ring, is currently struggling with trying to get his gun unjammed. And the other one in which you shot in the gonads is laying on the, at this point, probably kneeling down on the ground. I mean, yeah, the armor helped protect him, but not that well. He's got a tear in his eye. I mean, this is a sad moment. You don't really know what's going on inside there until you look, So he's probably afraid to do that. And you are up, ma'am.
So she's gonna kind of look at the guy kneeling down, and she'll be like, I mean, you can always call it quits and just tell me where your boss is. Or I
All
can
right.
finish, yeah.
Are you going to use some persuasion with that, or?
Yeah, I think we're gonna give him a chance to come clean with where the boss is.
Odd or even?
Even. Oh.
Fuck you.
It's non-canon.
She's just gonna kind of nod her head and go,
I ain't telling you shit, bitch.
okay. Sucks to be you then.
Okay. You still have your action, so.
So, she gonna take another shot at him. See if she can put him out of his misery.
She's gonna blow off the other one, isn't she?
All
yeah,
right,
but I think we're gonna go with just the single shot this time.
Probably running out of ammo.
2, 4. Let's see.
A burst shot blows 10 rounds.
Yeah, so single shot.
Okay. Roll it for me. Okay. So you succeed in what you're trying to do there, so what does that look like?
So she's just gonna kind of look at him and go, I gave you a chance. You decided to waste it. So she sit there and just aim straight at him and not really necessarily aiming to kill him, but maybe make him hurt a little bit more. So aim straight for his stomach and just lets one loose and watches it just smacks him nice and good right in the stomach.
Damn, she crazy.
You let's see. Let's just recap
Ruthless.
this really quickly. You shot this guy in.
Family tree.
Yeah. You know, and you still just want to make him hurt a little bit more. I mean,
Pretty sure he's
Gee.
hurting plenty.
There's a reason she probably ended up in jail and then with the Bureau.
I think we know what her charges were.
It's becoming much clearer.
It's like, okay, she belongs in prison. Gotcha.
All right, you want to take a moment and just give us a little bit more specifics about her. What does she look like? I mean, what do we see here that this crazy woman who shoots people in the nuts, and doesn't think that they're suffering enough yet?
So as far as Harper, if she wasn't wearing the armor, it would be tattoos. She has a fascination with roses, specifically red roses. So she has actually a red rose kill counter. Actually laced down one of her arms. Skull and crossbones. I mean, a lot of the gothic style tattoos, pretty much neck all the way down. She has, several different cyberware items. Some that are hidden a little more well, but she's got, black hair. Biker chick, goth, and likes chaos. Likes chaos a lot.
She
But
just
her-
wants to watch the world burn.
Pretty much, yeah. Wants to watch the world
I
burn.
think we're discovering that Paradox and Ring are a little bit more similar than we thought.
Very much so. But yeah, she has a very big fascination with roses, and that's why she went with it with her kill counter. So
This is going to be fantastic. All right, so you just took out enemy number 2. So your kill counter is probably due to update here, right?
add 2 more to the list.
It's like I can just imagine. Is it like on your arm or your forehead or something?
It actually is like literally like a vine going down her arm that I would say almost just has like adds another thorn or something like that as it counts the kill count. So
Cool.
Interesting.
All right. Mm-hmm.
Paul is reserving judgment.
Paul hasn't met her yet.
Paul's player is reserving judgment.
I look forward to when Paul meets her.
All judges everyone, let's be honest.
Well, Paul does judge everyone. He's like, you fucking motherfuckers.
All right, we're down 3. We're down 3 of these guys now. Nix, you just like ghosted out of the way of this shotgun blast. And luckily it was a slug and not pepper, so it wasn't a bunch of pellets flying at you.
Ring or Paradox?
Paradox.
Oh, okay.
So
Thought it was
you're
Ring
up.
that barely missed.
Nope, that was you they were shooting at.
Oh, okay.
Go for it. What are you doing at this point?
So I have a quick DM question.
Yep.
So I know putting away a weapon is an action, but she already has her revolvers out. If she wants to put away her gun, can she still attack with her revolvers or no?
I'm going to allow it this time, but the reality of it is, you could just drop the gun.
Well, we don't want to drop the gun, but
Throw it at him.
no.
Like, here, you want this? Okay.
So she's going to to put the very heavy pistol back in its holster, and she's then going to try and go after the super knife guy with her own set of knives once again.
All right, go for it.
Let's see. It's a 21, but it's crappy damage. Crappy damage.
I think that we can fix that for you. Showing people how to use those tools, because I think that can give you some extra damage on that. Just give me 1 second. That is going to be there we go. Okay. So, yeah, I'm going to cheat and I'm going to give you a bonus.
Oh, sweet. Thank you.
Our
Yeah,
GM
because
is being
Robot does
benevolent.
not like me.
Sus as fuck. Don't trust it.
Never trusted the GM.
Nah,
This is
it's sus.
It's like
Set
a
up.
monkey's paw wish here.
It's a fucking
is
setup.
this? Alright, so I'm going to double your damage. You just take down your first kill.
Nice. Finally. Took down Ninja Dude. So, as she slashes into this guy, she basically just rips into his torso as much as she can. And her kill counter on her arm starts to flash and blink again, and then it moves from 19 to 20.
Alright.
Stack your bodies.
And as you do that, you hear this sound that you probably heard many times before, but you hear off in the distance the sound of a shotgun being cocked and fired. I'm going to have both of you, each one of you roll evasion. Okay, that first roll is for Ring.
Ouch.
17. Yes.
Second one was for Nyx. Okay, so Ring.
Yeah, I accidentally rolled twice, so take the 17.
Gotcha. So these, both of you, you hear this shotgun fire off twice, okay, and you're both pelted with scatter shot. And you can tell us what happens. I do believe that your armor absorbs that because it's 14 points of damage. So starting with you, Nyx, what just happened to you? What does that look like?
She hears the shotgun go off, and she is tearing into this guy that has just died. And as she hears the gun cock, she basically rolls to the nearest set of furniture, does another somersault, and tries to hide behind whatever furniture she can.
Okay. Ring.
So-
Same thing.
for Ring having already been hit in the shoulder, she goes to turn to try to evade, but she feels one kind of hit right where she'd been hit previously, and kind of feels it kind of force her back a bit. The most of it kind of brushes off with the armor, but she can feel it probably a little bit more given she's already been hit once before. And she's gonna kind of look over at where she heard the shot come from and kind of leave the friend to have some fun. She can turn her attention towards the individual with the shotgun.
All right. Odd or even?
My luck ain't been very good. We'll go even again.
You understand. Understand the dreaded odd or even.
Yeah, even's not my luck.
Three scariest words known to man.
All right, so you turn your attention on the bartender, the shotgun, and I mean he looks like he's getting ready to rack up another round. The second one that was on you, Paradox, is going to fire off 2 more shots at you. So roll evasion for me, if you would.
Oh. Come on. Why does that keep happening?
Ooh.
10 and then a 32.
Okay, you both got a critical success on that second shot, but your roll beat his. So, the first attack goes to the defender. So, and the second one you beat his roll. So you evaded both shots. What does that look like?
So, what type of furniture would you say she would have been able to get to?
There's several tables, stools. There's like a half wall that separates the main bar area from the area where the pool tables are at.
Okay. So, as she ducks away from the shotgun shot, she knocks over the table and flips it so that it's just barely going to block those 2 shots that are sent from the other dude.
Okay. All right. And looks like this guy finally has his back over for you, Ring. Looks like this guy finally has his weapon unjammed, so he is going to try to take a shot at you again.
All right.
Ooh. Is that and there's your damage. So he barely hits you, but it does do a little damage, ma'am.
So since her attention obviously has been turned to the bartender, she didn't quite catch that he was unjamming his gun, and yeah, she feels that sucker hit, and it knocks her pretty good, causing her to stumble. And she kind of stands there, just kind of shakes her head, and is like, "Fuck." She kind of looks between the two. It's like, now which one do I go for? Which one do I go for?
Which one do you go for?
Kind of pauses for a second. She goes, Yeah, no. Fuck the bartender with the shotgun. We're gonna take him out.
Okay. Go for it.
And so she's gonna do a single shot at the bartender.
She's just there serving drinks. Why you gotta mess with him?
Shot to her.
All right. So your single shot hits him. You catch him kind of in the right shoulder. And it's good solid hit and punches right through his armor.
So she's just gonna like aim straight at him and just lets it fly. And she's like, "You ignored my question earlier. You fired a shotgun at me. Y'all all just a bunch of idiots." She's just gonna watch it tear straight through his shoulder. She's like, "I won't have time to reload at this point. What happened to making this quick?"
Odd or even?
I'm gonna go odd.
Big mistake.
This is not in my luck today.
You lost your faith in even Steven. You have paid the price.
So this bartender apparently after being shot in the shoulder here is feeling a little bit more amenable to your words, and he's what the hell do you want? Why'd you come into my place and start shooting it up?
She's gonna look him straight in the eye and go, "I asked you where your boss was when I first walked in. We could have finished this off quite quick, and I'd have just dealt with your boss and let y'all go about your business. Y'all assholes decided to start shooting at us.
I'm the boss.
You didn't say that. So then I'm here for you."
Okay. So, Nyx, it's your reaction here. You just got shot at. You can hear this other conversation that's going on.
She does a double take at her partner, the back of the dude, and back at her partner, and she says, "So that's McBean? He was right there the whole time? Really?" And with that, she gets real mad. Is it her turn to attack? Sorry, I should probably ask that.
Yep.
Okay.
It's your turn.
With that, she gets real annoyed and she stands up and she extends her wolvers on her other hand and literally just straight up charges the dude that just shot at her, trying to plunge those wolvers as deep as she can into his chest.
Okay. So go ahead and roll a melee attack with that. And I think we could count that as a melee weapons attack. So.
Let's see. These are not great rolls, either of them. We shall use 2 luck on the first one to make it an 18.
Okay.
And 1 luck on the second attack to make it an 18 as well.
All right.
I have a feeling Paradox has a lot of luck.
I mean, it's 6, but she's only got 2 now.
That's a lot of luck.
More than I got.
All right, so you hit with both attacks and just slicing into this guy. So
That's 12 and 11.
Yep. he's really hurting.
Yeah. So she's just standing there. She's got both of those plunged right into his chest. Obviously, he's bleeding out, and she says, "I would just suggest you lay down. You look pretty bad."
Anybody got some tomatoes? Maybe onions. We make a shish kebab here with this guy. All right. So that's your action with that. Tell you what. Give me an odd or even.
Even Steven. Come on, even.
Okay.
You
So
didn't believe hard enough.
I guess not.
Ring, you're not sure if this bartender is like reaching down to reload his weapon or what, but he takes that shotgun kind of down below the bar for a moment.
Okay. So she's
Do
gonna kind of
do
watch.
they both see this, or does Paradox only see
I
it?
I think Nyx is busy
Shish kebabbing a guy.
spearing
barbecue.
people. I'm not really sure what the yeah. So is it South Korean barbecue? I mean, could go for that. So Ring?
Is it her attack or just her observing?
That's what you observe.
Okay.
You technically right now, I mean, you've got two separate targets. So, and they're both potentially going to, if they're going to attack somebody, it's probably going to be you.
So she's gonna watch the boss, or who says he's the boss. She's gonna kind of watch his actions, kind of test, engage, see if he's actually reloading, or maybe even possibly going for another weapon.
Okay. That's it? A reserve action, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay. What is your reserve action? For the reserve action, I'd like you to be specific on how it triggers. So, what are you specifically waiting for to activate your reserve action? You said you're watching the boss, so under what condition are you going to take that reserve action? If he pulls another weapon up, if he...
I would say if a weapon comes back above the bar.
Okay. All right. I was going to say if he shits himself and tries to run away. I mean, I don't know. Could be anything.
I'd say if another weapon comes back above the bar.
All right. And the other guy next to you is taking 2 shots at you. Now that he has this weapon back. So roll evasion. Oops. All right. That's the first one. I'm going to have you roll a second time. All right. Ouch. Okay, so that first shot actually hits you for 19 damage.
It's only 4. What's the armor?
Yeah, this armor that you have on, do not evade it for these rounds.
Okay, I'm a little confused.
So you take 4 damage.
Okay. So she's actually going to let out a bit of a hiss with that one. And she's going to kind of side-eye look towards the guy that shot her, but she's for the most part, she's gonna keep her focus straight on that boss.
Okay. And one last time with this. This is your this is like the all odd or even roll. This could be the moment. You know, that moment you've been waiting for
Even
the
Steven.
last.
See, it never fails.
Fucking never fails, baby. It's canon.
So here's the deal with this. Okay. He lowered that shotgun out of your sight. All right. So you get to tell this piece of the story. What does he do now? Does he come up with a new weapon? Does he decide to talk? Does he... What? From Ring's perspective, what does she see happen?
Oh gosh. She's gonna see him bring up the shotgun again.
Okay. That means you're rolling for evasion.
Of course.
Oh no.
Don't forget you have luck that you can use, and those in the
Yes.
chat can give her a boost to her rolls.
All right, so he fires at you and hits you for 15 points of damage. What does that look like?
So unfortunately, since she had been shot earlier, she's going to take the hit, and it's going to cause her to stumble back. This time I would say actually probably kind of pull in on herself a bit. She's starting to hurt. Armor's been hit. She got some blood coming from her armor when she was hit earlier. She's starting to feel the effects, and it's starting to tick her off. All sense of the bubbly, we're here for fun personality is disappearing.
Starting to go away.
Yes, now she's pissed. She wants to finish this.
She's putting on her killing shoes.
Yes.
All right. All right, and with that, I got to jump back over to Nyx. So this guy that you have skewered now, he looks like he's about ready to pass out. I mean, he's pretty messed up. Then there's, looks like he's bleeding out on your Wolvers. And what do those look like anyway? What does your Wolvers look like?
I mean, they're pretty standard. They look like Wolverine claws for sure, but there's just 2 of them on each hand instead of the 3.
Okay.
So, and yeah. And you know what? I think they would be like that weird, like rainbow colored metal
Oh God.
that like is super popular right now. They're not like the standard adamantium color, but they're definitely rainbow colored for sure.
Gotta be consistent with the look,
Exactly.
Fair enough.
And so with that, she's stuck in his chest, and she's just gonna rip him out as hard as she can to try and take him out.
All right. Tell you what, I am just gonna have you roll a damage roll for that.
Roll a damage.
I mean,
okay.
Yep.
For
And he's not
them?
he's not putting up too much of a fight, and it's not like you have to roll to hit him because you're, embedded in him right now.
He's literally dangling off the ends of those things.
Yeah. Whatever his name was, you can follow it by Shish Kebab now. That'd be his new call sign, Shish Kebab. Maybe his name was actually Bob, so I don't know.
First one and second. That is.
Wow, look at that. All right,
Hey, what's
so
up? It's
tell us
Omni Night.
tell us what that looks like. You just extracted these things. I mean, you slicing going in, slicing coming out. What are you doing?
So, literally, she's just yanking as hard as she can, and so you hear the bone and the sinew all just tear out and crack all at once as these basically just tear 2 giant holes on either side of him. And he's just bleeding out, and she's like, nighty night.
Yeah. Okay. that was good.
Well, I respect the level of brutality.
Yes. All right.
You
So
say it's a rated MA stream. We're gonna take advantage of that. For sure.
oh, absolutely. Don't worry. Yeah, you do absolutely gore and guts and all those good things. It's fantastic stuff, especially when it comes to cyberpunk. I mean, we're gonna have lots of that. As a matter of fact, I am gonna try and have some of that right now because this guy actually has the bartender there. He's pretty good with that shotgun, so he's chambered another round just for you after watching you rip apart his front. So roll evasion for me.
Asian, come on. Oh, that's not great. Oh, you know what? I hate to do this, but I was gonna use my last 2 luck to make an 8 chain, but I guess I don't have to. I can just use 1 and make it a 16. That's okay.
Oh. Somebody just gave Nyx.
Or not. I guess I
All
don't
right.
need to use my luck.
All right. You can save your luck. All right. So yeah, he misses. So what does that look like?
She hears the shotgun cock again, and she looks over at the bartender, and like a meerkat, she just ducks right back down behind that table and just hears all the shrapnel hit.
Nice. All right, and we are with that back over to you, Ring.
She's not gonna say anything this time. She's just gonna pull the gun up and just single shot straight towards him. She's done chatting
Do
with
it.
him.
Do it.
Do it. Put a hole in him.
Gonna use the +2 that you just got on that?
Can I do it with luck?
Yeah.
So in that case, yeah. So
How much?
16. I'm gonna use 2 luck and make it a 20.
All right. Roll your damage.
It's already rolled.
Oh shoot! Changing over to this character sheet. I'm still getting used to it, rolling the damage along with that. All right, so 14. All right, that you hit him again. This round doesn't seem to have had as much impact as the last one did. This guy definitely has something on underneath that apron he's wearing. That is putting up quite a bit of resistance for these rounds as you're firing at him. Now, the guy with the pistol, he is going to take 2 more shots at you, Ring. If you want to go ahead and roll your evasion. Okay. So, do you have any points left to use?
Yeah.
Any luck? Okay, do you want to use it, or do you just want to take your chances with these? Right now, they both hit.
I'll use 1 luck to take out the first one. Because that'll put me at a 17.
Alright, the second shot hits. Who's giving +2s? Okay. So where's that going? Are you gonna save your 1 luck and use that one?
I have 2 luck left.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna hold and I'm gonna take that hit.
Okay, take that second hit.
Yeah.
Oops. Okay, so 14 damage. Tell us what that looks like.
So she watches her bullet hit, and she's starting to ponder what he's got under there, and she'll actually kind of go to look back at her partner to tell her, "Hey, little help here." But before she can get anything out, she's gonna just feel it hit her square in the stomach, and yeah, she's just gonna fold in on herself. Let a few curse words out in Italian.
Okay.
Getting more and more pissed, and you can kind of see it. It's starting to shake her up a little bit.
Here's the odd thing for you with that armor. I mean, it's a bodysuit that you have, so it's not. The bullet didn't penetrate, but you definitely would feel an impact for sure. So. And
I would imagine probably some dents and dings.
Okay. All right. So with that, we move back over to you, Nyx. There are 2 combatants left. The one that just is over by Ring and just keeps shooting at her. And then the bartender who says he's the boss, who keeps shooting at you with a shotgun.
Yeah, so Nyx is going to stand up and run as fast as she can and tries to koala bear the dude next to Ring, trying to bring him down.
Okay, roll your brawling.
That is a 20. Haha.
Okay, so you won in the struggle. So you are essentially restraining him.
Yeah, she's literally just koala bared on his back, trying to help Ring out by getting this dude's attention off of her.
Okay. And the shotgun is gonna butt loose a couple more rounds. First one is gonna go at you, Nyx, even though you're koala on to the guy there.
Oh gosh.
So you now have well, actually it's a 33 to beat.
Damn.
You have control over that brawling roll that you did. So essentially you have control over that person. Now, given your description that you're jumped on his back, you can't necessarily just use him as a shield, but you could try to turn to put him between you and the shotgun blast.
Yeah, she's gonna do that. She's gonna try and put all her weight to one side to try and get his body at least to turn towards the gunshots.
Odd or even?
Even, Steven. Oh, damn it! Damn it! So annoying. Even Steven never comes through for me.
How dare you slander even Steven like that?
I think that sounded like a maybe an athletics check.
I mean, I can roll athletics. I like athletics. I'm good at it.
Okay.
Body. Come on. oh. 14.
Okay.
Question is, do
All
I
right.
want to blow luck? I don't know. Nah, we'll see what happens.
No. All right. So, fortunately for both of you, this shotgun blast only did 12 points of damage, which is shared equally between the two of you. So you would take 6 points of damage. So what does that look like?
Go ahead, Ring.
It's
No,
go
not you
first
and
on your
Ring.
description.
No,
No.
not you and Ring. You and the guy that you're on his back. Sorry about that.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the
She
two
just
of you were
blasted one of
both
his
hit by the
homies.
blast.
So she's basically just like trying to yank this dude to either fall
Like that
down
guy
so
anyway.
that she doesn't get hit by this blast, or at least he takes the most of it. And unfortunately, right as she finally gets him to turn, they get hit by the shrapnel, and she feels it tink off her armor, and she's like, "God damn it! Would have liked to not have to waste any energy trying to get this guy down."
Challenges. All right, and with that, Ring. Roll evasion.
Okay then.
Yay! That is a 28. Nice.
Damn.
Yeah, you easily evade this. So he takes a shot at you and a shot at Paradox, and her new friend. Misses you entirely, so you're up.
Yeah. So as she's recovering, she obviously would have heard him get ready to shoot again, and she just dances out of the way. She's like, "Oh, not doing this again. Screw that damn shotgun." And she's gonna get ready to keep chinking away at his armor because she's done with him. She wants him gone.
Okay. Roll.
And I'm gonna use my last 2 luck. Put that
I
at...
gave you 2.
Okay, then in that case, I'm only gonna use 1 luck, and I'm gonna put that at a 20.
Okay. You hit for 19 points of damage. All right. So,
That's a lot of damage. Goddamn.
yes, it is. He is still standing though. So you just hit him a third time.
My guy must be wearing the strongest apron known to man.
Never underestimate a bartender.
Seriously, he
That's
got that.
right.
He got that apron at
That's
Uline.
right. I like bartenders, so. Hey, how you doing, Lord? Welcome in, by the way. All right.
Welcome.
So, back to you, Nick. So you guys got essentially you've got this guy under control at this point. Sort of. You're riding on his back. And the bartender's taking pot shots with his shotgun at the two of you. So, what's you still have the blood from the last guy dripping off your wolvers that I'm assuming you never put away. So,
No.
okay,
In fact, she's gonna try and take 2 jabs. She's gonna reach around and try and stab this dude in the neck.
Wow. I think I think she said she's giving him a reach around. Something like
I don't want to bring that up, but
that. All right. So first thing is roll your brawling. Okay. And now roll your damage.
Okay, for the first attack and the second.
All right, you're gonna have to tell us what that looks like because the only picture I have in my head is of this petite looking. I don't even know how to explain this, but you're just it's like this guy just became a pincushion or something. So tell us what that looks like.
Pretty much. So she's not super petite. Like I said, she's kind of built like a shield maiden. But she's definitely hanging on to this guy, and she just takes 2 jabs right into his neck. So blood just spurts all over the place, covering just a radius as
Kill Bill.
basically Kill Bill. And you just see as she stabs twice, even though he's going down, she's still just hanging on until he is confirmed to be dead.
Let's ride him all the way to the floor. It was for a moment there. It was sounding like a happy moment, but now not so much.
No.
All right. All right. So this bartender is seeing that you have now taken down all of his patrons in his bar. He puts that shotgun down and kind of puts his hands up on the bar, and he's like, "What the hell do you want?"
At this point, Ring's just gonna look towards Paradox and go, "All yours. You can explain this shit to him."
She gets up and kind of like pretends to wipe herself off. And she just looks over at the bartender, kind of tilting her head, and says, isn't it obvious why we're here? And she points to all the dead dudes around. And she's like, We've got a kill order on your head, dude. Sorry, but today you're gonna die.
For a minute there, it sounded like you were trying to tell me that you're serial killers.
I mean, you don't know that.
I like how she's having a whole ass conversation with this guy. Jesus.
So you come here to kill me?
Yeah.
Essentially.
You're going down, McBean.
Still love that name.
I see.
This motherfucker's name is Big Bean.
So how much?
How much what?
How much is this going to cost me?
Your life? Thought that was obvious at this point.
Well, how much are they paying you?
That's none of your business.
I'll pay double. You just leave.
Paradox
Get outta
looks
here.
over at Ring, looks back at the bartender, and she says, "Nah."
Man, is there something wrong with you, chick?
Yeah. Yes, there is.
No one wears that much pink and is, no one's doing it that sane,
Seriously, once you saw the Hello Kitty, you should have known you were fucked.
All right. Fuck you. And he reaches down and grabs something, pulls it up above the counter. This does not look like the shotgun that he just had. And you're going to roll evasion, Nix.
Oh, come on. Well, I'm gonna use a luck and make that a 17.
Okay. You use your luck to make that a 17. Roll perception for me real quick.
That's a 12.
All right. I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt on this. This guy pulls up a weapon that literally you're guessing that it is a caseless ammo rifle, like a gauze rifle. And you hear, yeah, he pulls this thing up like you're like less than 5-6 feet from him. Pulls it up and squeezes the trigger. As he's pulling it up, you hear it start winding up. There's this low hum. It's kind of like a... And he squeezes the trigger, and it goes... Nothing. What's your reaction? He looks surprised. Kind of got that, oh shit.
Performance anxiety.
Paradox takes a look at him and says, "You having some trouble going off?"
Yeah, hold on a minute. Let's do a redo on. I wasn't ready. Just hold on.
Sure you
He
weren't.
starts fucking with the rifle. Well, we gotta try that again.
Just gonna shoot confetti, as tries again.
He wasn't ready. He missed his cue. That's what happened.
So with that, since you chose to talk to him, he starts futzing with the weapon a little bit, and then he just takes the weapon. Roll evasion, because he just takes the weapon and throws it at you.
Man throwing a Gauss rifle.
I don't have enough luck.
And he's better at throwing the Gauss rifle than shooting it.
Seriously.
That's awesome.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
That's fucking wild. Come on, dude.
All right, so he throws the weapon at you and takes off, running for the back. Ring, you're up.
She's gonna attempt to take a shot at him.
Okay.
Let's see.
You want to try taking an aim shot at him?
Yeah, she's gonna try to take a shot at his leg, see if she can't take him out, or at least knock him down where he can't run.
Okay. You might. At his leg? What are you shooting his leg for? Which leg? And you got a thing for below the hips.
The third leg.
Lord Draco.
I mean-
Performance PTSD. Pretty much.
Slightly better chance of hitting a bigger target.
Oh, wow.
Damn. Damn. Yo, that's... I'm sorry. I'm sorry to this guy. She just insulted his manhood.
Just not catching a break tonight, is he?
No.
I'm gonna go ahead and use my last luck and make that an 18.
Okay, you made that an 18. Anybody want to help her out?
You know what? Let's do this.
Everybody in the audience has street cred for your points, and you can go in and help her out. Give her a plus to her attack. I'm going to give her a +2.
Sitting at 18. Do you have any luck left you can burn? I mean,
I'm already at an. That was the last luck I burned to put it at an 18.
Alright, so it's 20 now. Okay, that's not bad. Solid.
Actually, it'd be 22.
And roll you. Okay, that was your damage. Gotcha.
Some solid damage.
All right. So you take that leg off. Tell us what that looks like.
So she's just gonna look over and like, they always gotta run.
Doesn't make any sense to me. They know they're gonna die. They might as well just accept it.
So she'll give him a chance to get just a little bit away, pull the gun up, take aim, focus in on a leg, pull the trigger, and she just watches the leg just explode off of him. She's like, "You're not going anywhere. You want to have some fun now?
Paradox
Your turn."
Paradox raises her hand for Ring to high five.
Ring will high five her back and be like, "Okay, your turn."
Wow. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you got this. I mean, literally picks him up off of his feet, and he flies for a good 10 foot across the room, body and what used to be leg in two different locations. He's persistent though. I mean, he takes all that with a scream and a yell, and is still trying to crawl his way away. I mean, he intends to live. And just then, both of you receive a ping on your internal agent with a message. And obviously the only one that ever sends you any message is your handler. And the message itself reads, "You are instructed to proceed immediately to the following coordinates: 1073 Piedmont Street, Haywood, Night City."
Paradox just sighs and says, "Do we really have to? We were just about to kill this dude. Come on, he can't get away after all the smack talk he said."
Yeah, but you know what could happen if we don't follow through. And we can always come back later and deal with him, I'm
That's
sure.
true. That's true. He doesn't have
I
a
mean,
leg now, so
yeah,
he might bleed out anyway. It's a little painful death. That's okay too, I guess.
yeah. He gets to live a little bit longer.
A smidge. Just a
tiny bit.
smidge.
Just a tiny
Wow.
Wait for this guy to become like a recurring villain now.
Ringo kind of clench her jaw, look around and be like, "I guess I can be satisfied with what happened here. Not getting the last bastard." And then
I
look
don't
at
like
All
it
right.
Paradox.
either.
So I am. Go ahead.
Okay. She looks over at the dude and says, "It's your lucky day, McBean, but don't count it as you're gonna live a long time after this. First of all, you have to get out of here. Second of all,
Fucking
well,
McBean.
you might be back."
This is his villain origin story right here.
This is his villain arc. Fucking McBean. Jesus.
I tell you, you know what? The players created this villain, this guy, completely. I just gave them an idea, and they came up with Mr. McBean here, whatever his name is.
I don't know.
Wow.
I just thought it was a hilarious name for a really dumb leader that I didn't think would last that long, but I guess he gets to live.
And he'll be back with a vengeance.
So what do you think?
All right, guys. We're gonna take a quick break. About 5 minutes, long enough to get up, grab something, stretch your legs, whatever you need to do, go have a smoke, whatever it happens to be. So we'll be back in 5 minutes, and when we get back, we're going to start you guys out at the address. So we're not gonna take you driving through town or any of that good stuff. We're gonna start you out at the address because we got to get you to meet the rest of the team.
Oh
See how that
boy.
goes.
Oh boy.
So the fighting may not be over. We'll see.
It never
All right,
is.
so we will be back in 5. See everybody then.
say hi.
All right. So we are back. So I'll lay up this. You guys, you travel to this address. What is in front of you is a large hotel. Okay. You receive some instructions when you're standing out in front of this hotel that tell you to go in and take the elevator down. And it gives you a code.
Ringo kind of
That's it.
look at the message and kind of like code looks for Paradox like the fuck is going on here?
Dox looks over at Ring and just kind of shrugs. Her pink outfit is now like covered in blood, and she looks down at herself and she's like, they didn't even give us a chance to freshen up. What the hell's wrong with them?
Well, hopefully wherever the hell this is we're going will at least have a shower.
I would hope so.
Yeah, you guys have probably never received a message quite like this. Usually it's just missions, not go someplace.
Yeah, Ring's just looking at the location like the hell. Are we gonna get like a contract when we get in here or something? Cause this is something don't feel right here, and I don't like it. She's gonna kind of look at
Right?
she's gonna kind of look at Paradox and go, "Let's watch our backs, cause something doesn't feel right here."
Right. Doesn't all make sense to me either.
Let's
Like, this place is huge compared to anywhere else we've been.
given most of the contracts we've had, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go in and see what's going on. She'll start to make her way in, but she's watching. She's suspicious. Not sure about this place.
Okay. So you guys head into this building. On the first floor, it doesn't look like a real fancy place or anything. There's some stairs going up, and many flights. It looks like there's like 15 floors to this building. Some vending machines and whatnot down there. So you've got burritos and all that good stuff. And there's 2 elevators. And one of the elevators has the doors closed. One of the doors actually ajar. It says out of order. And the other elevator has a little barricade in front of it. But the door is open and the light's on.
Okay. I don't but I ain't walking all them damn stairs, so the hell. 2 non-working elevators. Or at least one that says out of order and one that's barricaded.
Paradox goes up to the one that's out of order and tries the button.
The one with the door askew?
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing.
She just goes,
Doesn't even look like it has power to it.
She looks over the one that's barricaded and she tries to move the gate.
Yep, gate opens.
And then she tries the button. It's like, maybe.
Okay.
I don't know.
Are you going in the elevator?
Very cautiously.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. You walk into this elevator, and on the left-hand side is a box with a panel. There are 3 buttons. One looks like an open and close doors button. One on the right looks like an arrow going up, and the one on the left looks like an arrow going down. And underneath it is a keypad. When you enter, yep, go ahead.
Just kind of looks at Paradox like, I'm not wrong. It said down, right?
Paradox shakes her head. Yes.
She's gonna look at the buttons and cautiously push the down button and enters the code.
Nothing happens.
Okay. Just look over Paradox. Any suggestions?
Paradox goes and looks back at her text to see what the message says. If it says up or down.
Says down.
Paradox frustratingly does it again, pushes the down button, enters the code.
There's a little LED screen that's right above that keypad, and on the LED screen it comes up and says error.
She tries it the other way, enter the code, and then press down.
Again, it comes up and says error.
Paradox just goes,
Roll-
God
roll.
damn it.
Roll perception.
Both?
Perception. Let's see. So 16.
Okay, so you're getting frustrated with this thing. You're just trying different things and hitting the buttons, and you happen to see like this half torn up decal on the wall, like next to the little terminal where it's at, and it says, "Please make sure doors are closed before you activate the elevator."
We just got done with the job. We're tired.
I don't know. Paradox might be dumb enough to not see that.
Ring will slam her fist on the door or on the closed door and then go push the down button in the code. Or
All right, the doors close. You push the down button. You enter the code, and you feel the elevator start to move, going down.
Paradox looks over
and it-
at... Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was going to say Paradox looks over at Ring and says, oh,
Ring just shakes
that's
her
why
head
it
like,
wasn't working.
I swear to God, if we end up in a fucking shitstorm after this, yeah. She just kind of shakes her head, leans back against the wall, and waits for whatever's to come.
So quick question for you. You know, since we kind of time lapsed here, did you guys like reload your weapons or anything like that? Or?
Yeah, actually, she would have, because
Yeah.
she was down to, pretty much nothing.
Okay.
Paradox wouldn't have. I think out of that whole fight, she fired like 2 bullets.
All right. So it feels like forever, but in reality, it's probably like 2 minutes. And the elevator comes to a gentle stop. And the doors on the backside of the elevator open up. In front of you is a somewhat large room. It's probably 20 by 20. It's a circular room. It looks like a greeting area with a couple of doors leading off, one on each wall, one on each side, basically north, south, east, west, and the elevator would be on the south side. There's a large, what looks like fish tank that's built into the wall. I mean, this definitely does not look like it belongs in this hotel. It's very clean, very nice. There's some padded benches, like a greeting area. The lights all kind of come on. I'm going to leave you guys right there for a moment, and I'm going to move over to Paul and Scotty. So we're going to pick up where you guys were at, because you were basically, sitting there discussing contracts and all of this stuff at the end of the last session. When you hear the elevator go off and the doors open in the other room.
And remind me, because right now it's Scotty, Paul, and is the kind of AI hologram Sebastian still with us?
Yes.
Alright, so I guess Scotty he gives Paul a look when you hear the good old elevator ding, and he looks at Sebastian. He's like, Sebastian, are we expecting somebody?
As a matter of fact, we are.
Oh, okay, good. I thought we were getting raided for a second.
Well, someone should probably go greet them. Or it is potentially going to be a problem.
So as Sebastian says that, Paul kind of stands up, and he actually looks between his revolver and the automatic shotgun. And he picks the automatic shotgun.
Okay.
And he grabs it, racks a shell, and walks over to where the kind of the foyer is, and levels the weapon.
Scotty's just kind of like following behind him.
Hiding behind him.
Pretty much. He doesn't have like a weapon drawn yet. Like he has his back, but it's not in like a ready to swing stance or anything.
Gotcha. So, all right. Nyx and Ring, you two are basically just, I'm assuming, stepping out of the elevator. And you see a person step into the doorway directly across from the elevator. Paul, you want to describe what they see?
Say that one more time.
They see you stepping into that doorway.
Basically,
they
describe
to them what they see.
Paul, he's a guy in about his mid-40s, standing kind of in the middle of that hallway with. It looks like a cross between a squad automatic weapon or saw and a shotgun, meaning there's, instead of like just your regular looking shotgun, it actually has a drum mag, and he's just standing there with the weapon about kind of like in a hip firing stance, pointed at the general direction of the elevator. He's in a pair of jeans, some boots, and just a regular black t-shirt. Nothing fancy.
So, Scotty, are you going to be visible, or?
I imagine they could probably. I mean, Paul's kind of taken up the doorway, so so he probably is not fully visible, but they can probably see him like just poking his head around Paul. Just as far as they can tell, it's like an average height, red-headed dude.
Okay. So, starting with you, Ring, what does this guy see?
So he's gonna see her probably still decked out in armor, blood covering her, probably some body parts considering the fact, Paradox decided to go shish kebab on one of their targets. Looking pretty grimy. Looking pretty tired. Has her helmet off, kind of just hold it in her hand for the moment. And
Okay.
she's probably sitting there tapping her foot as they're going down, so probably hears like the tapping of a not quite a boot, but not quite a heel. It's like one of those heels that has like the real big, thick heels to it.
Chunky heel.
Yes.
Chunky heel.
Yes.
Okay, next, how about you?
So she doesn't look as tired as Ring does. She's actually pretty energized at this point, and she kind of skip hops out of the elevator and sees this dude at the end, and she's like, "Oh, okay." Like, we were just told to come here.
So as Nyx kind of said that to Paul, he's like, agent number now, and you can see that his finger is on the trigger. He's seconds away.
Didn't receive an agent number.
Just give him a number.
Yeah, whatever the number, yeah.
Okay. Says 1352.
And he kind of squints at her, and he looks off to the side. He's like, Sebastian, verify that number.
Number 1362, and in front of you, okay, kind of in between the two groups, suddenly pops in this holographic image of a taller gentleman. Kind of looks like the peanut guy from the Planters peanut commercials. Only, well, I mean, it's a human, not a peanut.
We can change that.
Hey, Cannon, he's a peanut.
Nice.
And he looks at the two of you, Ring and Paradox, and then he kind of glances back at Paul, and he's like, verified. This is Agent... What was the number again?
1352.
Agent 1352. She has been reassigned.
Huh. So he kind of swivels the muzzle of his shotgun from Nyx to Paradox, and he
You mean
just
Ring?
stares at her. Oh, Ring, excuse me. Yeah, from Paradox to Ring, excuse me. And he's like, "Do I fucking have to ask?"
She just holds her finger up, flips him off, and says, "Fuck you, asshole." 1353. The name's Ring.
And he waits for Sebastian to.
Agent 1353, also verified.
Huh. Okay. So he fucking lays the shotgun across his shoulder and kind of walks. He's like, "All right, well, come on in." He walks into the I guess what would account for the common area, and sits back down at the table and picks up his beer and has a drink.
Ring's just kind of look over at Paradox. It's like, the what? Like she's just rendered speechless. She's like, what the hell's going on here?
Good evening, agents. Would you like a tour of the facility? Would you like a tour of the facility? Would you like a tour of the facility?
Sebastian!
Would you...
Sebastian? You're bugging out again.
And he fades. He fades out.
He looks over to the two. They're kind of noting how bloody they're like, he just like kind of shakes his head as if to say, like, forget it. It's like, yeah, that's Sebastian. He's got a few wires crossed. So I guess you're also with the Bureau, huh?
Paradox, who was looking at Ring as she was freaking out, kind of shrugging and smiling, and she looks back over and she's like, yeah, beats sitting in a prison cell.
Right. Well,
So,
what?
Key piece to remember here, guys, as you're doing this introduction piece. None of you have, outside of your immediate partner, have never seen another human being that was part of the BOR.
Yeah, Ring's just sitting here looking around like, not really saying anything, just kind of taking everything in and just like trying to process it all, because obviously all they've seen is, where they've lived and each other, and that's it. And she's just like, there's more of us? The hell? I thought it was just me and you. The hell's going on here?
Paradox just shrugs and she's like, I don't know, the more the merrier.
Debatable. That's less people I get to kill. Debatable.
We're in Night City. There's plenty of people to kill.
You two being covered in blood is starting to make a lot of sense. But
I feel
anyway,
like sorry, go ahead.
But anyway, yes, introductions. That grump over there, that's Paul, and I'm Scotty.
Ring's just sitting there toying with the ring on her necklace right now, and she's like, just kind of motions to Paradox, like, "You deal with them. I'm, yeah." And she just goes back to focusing on playing with the ring.
Kind of shrugs and smiles at Scotty and says, "Well, I'm Nyx. That's Ring. I don't know what her real name is, but her name's Ring, apparently. I also go by Paradox."
I just thought, like, okay, so they tell you what you're doing here, or they just send you here without a word too?
They just sent us here. We were kicking the ass out of some drug lord. He had to let him go, unfortunately. Which makes no sense to me.
Yeah, she.
What about this
Ring's
bureau
over here
makes
doing
sense?
this number at her. Like, they don't need to know that.
Paradox
Nothing about this
feels
bureau
like
makes
he-
sense anyway.
and says, "They're part of the bureau.
Need to know.
Why does it matter if they know?"
Need to know.
Okay. Okay. Apparently it doesn't matter, but anyway. Yeah, they just told us to come here.
Bear back.
So now we're here.
It's like, all right, well, kind of scratches the back of the head, like a little lost because, as usual, bureau doesn't like telling us specifics. It's like, well, me and Paul, yeah, guess we're kind of living here now. Not down here. We actually got apartments in the hotel above.
Wait. Living here?
I guess. I mean, look, I've had a rough day, all right. I mean, I just got here to the bureau. I started my day in a body bag, all right. So I'm probably the most confused person here. So yes, I guess we're living here now. I got an apartment up above, and it just kind of shrugs like, I haven't even had my first job yet. I don't know exactly what we even do here.
Ring just kind of looks at Paradox,
Well-
grins, glances down at what the state that they're kind of both in, looks back and goes, "Is there at least beer here?"
Paul kind of calls out from the common area. I told you what the fuck you do here, you idiot. You weren't fucking listening.
You told me vague bullshit about doing my job or whatever. Listen, you telling me anything has not helped at all.
Ring just kind of
Okay.
looks over to Paradox, is like, kind of like the one in the other room.
Then open your
Paradox
fucking ears
is-
and listen. You do the job that's assigned and you shut your fucking cake hole. That's it.
Yeah, I really
Job
like
that's
the one in the
assigned.
other room.
That's all he says. Anyway,
Paradox.
yeah, I think we got a fridge or something around here.
Paradox is just not even paying attention. You mentioned apartments and rooms, and she's just jumping up and down, clapping her hands, and saying, "Oh my gosh, we get rooms? We get rooms!" And the lights on her shoes are blinking and lighting up as she's jumping up and down.
Fucking Skechers. Jesus Christ.
Ring just kind of reaches up and pats around the head, like, "Okay, Paradox, calm down. We're good. Let's figure shit out. You can go to your room." But I'm assuming we'll also get one here. Maybe. I don't know. Fuck this shit, but calm down.
That point, guy just calls, Sebastian! These two got a room.
You hear a crackling sound, and then nothing.
What the hell's going on with that thing? Anyway, I'm sure they got you. Right? Definitely. Anyway, Yeah, fridge is this way. It kind of like walks off and kind of starts going towards. I guess they have this place has like a kitchen area.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Yes.
I mean, we kind of
so
got
you
the layout
kinda-
in the last episode, so.
Yeah. So he kind of walks in. It's like, to be fair, I haven't even had time to open this fridge, so I don't know what they got in here. But let's just pray. He opens it up, see what's inside.
Ringo kind of
It's
follow behind, muttering a few things in Italian, probably like, "Fuck is with this guy? He doesn't. How do you go someplace and not check to see what's there?"
the kitchen itself is fully stocked, just like the other room is, like the armory.
Welcome,
Fully
TCAT.
stocked.
Thanks for joining us. It's all right if you're late. Okay. Glad that you're here.
So this guy just kind of pulls out a couple bottles of beer.
Yes.
He's like, yep, got beer. Thank God. I need one after this day. And he just kind of grabs one for each of them. Is Paul with him, or is he still in another room somewhere else?
He is still in the, I guess what you would call the living room.
Okay, so I guess he doesn't get one for Paul.
No, he's got his own, and he's probably got a bottle of whiskey out there somewhere. But yeah, he's basically sitting in the common room watching TV.
All right. So yeah, he hands the two ladies a beer. So he's like, "So you two been with this bureau thing long?"
Paradox takes the beer and nods a thank you and gives him a big smile, and she's like, "Yeah, a couple months."
Ringo take the beer, but she keeping her mouth shut now. She just popping the beer and just literally chugging it back for a moment.
That's why he kind of like leans in and is like, "No, this whole thing is weird as shit, right? A lot of stuff not adding up."
Paradox nods and says, "Well, I'm weird as shit anyway, so
Kind of looks
doesn't
up
really
and down.
faze me."
It's like, you look like I could be good at a party.
She just smiles and says, "Oh yes, I'm lots of fun at a party."
And she's tall, right?
Yeah, she's like 5'8", 5'9". With
Okay,
wedgie,
so
she's probably like 5'10".
okay, so that's just like a little taller than where Scotty's at, thanks to the high tops. He's like, so have you dealt with? Okay, let me start up. So this shit's weird, all right. Apparently, I was on ice for 2 years before they woke me up here. Either you two deal with that shit. That's weird, right?
Welcome to life here. Ain't nothing makes sense.
Yeah, I'm getting that.
You do what I do. You just learn to kind of enjoy it. Take the job as they come. Kind of like the guy in the other room said. Do your job. Keep going.
He's
Paradox
like,
just nods enthusiastically to that.
he goes, I don't trust this shit. None of it. Whole thing shady as hell. Not to mention that contract, 700 pages. Come on, you know there's some bullshit hidden in there.
Oh, you asked me the full contract. Yeah, you psycho.
Oh, I'm taking that thing on. All right. See, I got an eye for details. All right, details, technicalities, all that stuff. I'm gonna flip through that thing, and I tell you that I'm 100% sure that thing's got some loopholes somewhere in it, and I'll find them.
So as
Paradox
Scotty's. No, go ahead, Paradox.
Paradox just kind of tilts her head and looks him over and says, "Then why did you sign the contracts?"
As she says that, Paul walks in because I said I'd shoot him if he didn't.
What I signed was a flimsy 2-page little contract. And then later, after I've signed that, they're like, "Oh, well, haven't you read the contract?" I'm like, the 2-page one? Then they bust out 700 pages, like, "No, this contract." I'm like, I didn't sign that shit. That doesn't apply. And then they activate this, like, fucking thing in me, and everything hurts. So, yeah, apparently they got kill switches in us.
Paradox shrugs and says, I didn't read the 700 pages either. I just signed.
Yeah, I'm getting the
Also,
feeling
she
that
looks
no
over
one
at-
reads that.
She
Who the
looks over
fuck's
at
gonna
Paul and
read
says, "Well, that's
750
good
fucking
enough."
pages?
I am.
Ring's
All
just
right,
over
well,
here making the cuckoo motion.
well, good for fucking you. All right, look, like I said, it's simple. We get a job, we do the job, we survive, we get time knocked off our set. We do that for 10 years successfully, we go free as new people. Well, part of that don't you fucking understand? And as he's saying that, he's going into the fridge to grab himself another.
See, that's what you've been told verbally. And when there's a contract versus just being told something with words, words don't mean shit. Because for all we know, in somewhere in this behemoth of a contract could say that we're actually in this for life. That's why I'm gonna read through it. I'm gonna figure out what's really up with this job. So, and you know what? I'll be nice. I'll be the nice guy, right? I'll even clue you guys in on what's up.
Well, aren't
Because
you?
really, no one's ever read this damn thing.
So just then, you hear, life is a relative term.
I just kind of looks up at the identified voice. It's like, I don't like that. That response. That's a big red flag there, huh?
Paradox just, her eyes glaze over as he continues to talk. And then she just looks at him and says, "You're really harsh in the vibe, man."
Ring's gonna look over at Paradox and be like, "You want to go find the showers? Like, as much fun as I had, I kind of want this shit off. Like, it's starting to itch a little bit."
Paradox
You will
nods
find a
as
pack. You will find a packet on the table there, and the hologram reappears and points to the coffee table. Which there are 2 packets there, one for each of you.
Packet?
And no, you guys never seen anything come in. Yeah, packets like a manila envelope.
Yeah.
One has your number on it, and the other one has Nix's number on it.
And Paul is busy pulling out another beer, cracking it open, and heading back to the couch to continue to watch the vid feeds.
Please, if you have any questions, feel free to ask.
Got any smokes? And I'm hoping this has information on which rooms are so that I can get the hell out of this shit.
I'm smokes. Oh, you mean cigarettes?
Yeah.
I'm a hologram. I'm sorry, I don't have any cigarettes.
You can bum one off of Polly.
She just huffs, goes, grabs a packet. opens
Call
it.
me Polly one more time, and I will shoot you in the face.
She just kind of looks at him and
You
goes,
threaten to shoot me in the face every 15 minutes.
That should tell you something.
So yeah,
So,
I'm working with psychos.
as Sebastian talks about smokes and whatnot, Paul kind of slaps his thighs like where his pockets would be, and he kind of fishes the pack out of his right side pocket, and kind of hands it over to Ring.
she'll take and go happen to have a lighter? Because, yeah, this thing don't exactly allow for
Pat
hiding that
continues,
stuff.
goes back to patting his pockets. He seems annoyed, like they're getting in between him and his beer time, and he's not too happy about that. But he finds a lighter, and again, it's the lighter is a old style Zippo, It actually has a number stenciled kind of on the side of it. Is actually, for those who are paying attention, it's his agent number. So he flicks it open, kind of holds it out to her. The light, the flame, kind of flickering in the artificial AC. Kind of holds it out to her, like, here you go.
She'll like draw a long puff from it. Go, much better.
Closes it up, goes
Meanwhile,
back to drinking.
Sebastian, the hologram, is just standing there watching you guys do this. Well, I am very pleased to meet you. I am J.R. Sebastian, your handler and assistant. Of course, I can't leave the confines of this facility.
Ring just nods, continues to smoke, and starts looking through whatever's in the packet.
Paul holds out his hand for the packet of his cigarettes. Like, you only get one.
She'll hand him back and be like, I'll be bumming off of you later. She just gives him a shit-eating grin.
So inside the packet is just some basic information for you, a key card to a room, and just some basic guidelines for you to follow as far as your living quarters here in the hotel, which is all taken care of by the company. You're provided with a small suite, which is fully equipped. You got kitchen, bathroom, private bedroom, living area, and then the access to and from this facility, which it gives you a little bit of an overview of the facility. No maps or anything like that, just kind of a overview of what's actually here. That you have a kitchen, fully equipped armory. There is a med bay. And that you have been reassigned to this facility. Not necessarily a new team or anything like that, but you will be operating out of this facility from now on. Oddly enough, one thing that you notice as you read through this is some of the language is not common English. There's an occasional thee and they and Old English terms that are used in this paperwork.
He's gonna look at Paradox and go, I guess I'm gonna go check out the room, go take a shower.
Paradox nods and says, yeah, these guys are kind of a bummer. Conspiracy theorist and a grumpy puss. Like,
Paul flips her
not
off
fun,
the
man.
couch.
What do you want from me? It's my first day here. Of course I'm on edge.
And he just kind of glances over, nods, and goes, yeah, yeah. She goes
Paradox says, good luck with that.
yeah, she's like, if I'm not needed, I'm gonna go get out of this thing.
Before you leave, the 4 agents that are present here will be 5 agents, pardon me, that are present here will be part of the Alpha team.
Wait, what? Alpha? And just kind of tilts her head, confused, and like, Alpha team?
This one's news to me too.
Paul kind of sighs. He's like, more fucking partners.
She just kind of looks at Paul and goes, I ain't as fucking happy about it as you are. I like working with her. I'll know you 2, or 3, or whatever.
The 5 of you will work together depending upon the specific needs of the mission.
And then I get to work with her, right?
Possibly.
Do we have a choice, Sebastian?
No, I'm afraid not.
Yeah, I don't think so. It's at that point where Paul kind of shuts up and continues what he was doing.
Sebastian, oddly enough, makes a sound that sounds like a chuckle. I'm actually a hologram, not afraid not. Anyway.
He's just like, okay, are we good? Like, anything else I need to know about this whole shit show?
Specialties among the four of you. If you would please have a seat.
Seriously, you can't let this wait until I can clean. I'm getting something more comfortable.
You're gonna get blood all over the couches.
What the psycho kid said.
That was like me, Psycho? I didn't come in here covered in blood.
I suppose we can take this up later.
Yeah, I mean, unless you want to have a cleaning bill to clean this off the couches. Because, yeah, that one decided to be a little bit of a shish kebab, and I got a little pissed off, so. Yeah.
I see. You do have a temper issue.
It's good to know.
Depends on who it is.
Each of you has your unique characteristics and traits.
Thank you, Sebastian.
So, you're welcome. All of your needs will be provided for here, including your room, where you may go and clean up. There are some clothing, there is some clothing there. Whatever you had when you entered the system should be there.
Sweet. Means I get my leather jacket or my leather vest back. Awesome.
If we could not place the items that you had when you entered the system, then we got you as close as we could.
Yeah, good enough. And if there was nothing else to say, she's gonna scanter off and go clean up.
Okay.
Rox kind of is sitting there at the table with the beer that she hasn't really touched and looks around and she's like, Am I good to go too? Like, I can come right back and then we can discuss this. Like, I don't care if I sit here, but these two might care if I sit here looking like this.
You are. There is currently no mission for this team.
Okay. So she says, well, I will be right back then. And she gives the AI 2 thumbs up and stands up and
He does an awkward...
I could just imagine it. So he's like,
You know what? He kind of reminds me of the AI from Altered Carbon. But Paul kind of watches the exchange. He's just sipping his beer like, are you due for an upgrade, Sebastian? Because, yeah.
I don't believe so.
You might want to check on that.
However, I will check on that. There are some systems issues
Clearly.
that I'm currently working on.
Kind of.
They should not interfere with the efficiency of the teams, though.
Uh-huh. He turns back in his seat and kind of goes back to watching the vid feeds and checking up on 54 News and more Popovich.
Maury.
Good old Maury. Can't go a day without that guy. But yeah, he's just chilling. Honestly, Paul is just taking this whole thing in stride. He's like, not a Tuesday. In his mind, though, he doesn't give them 6 months. So they'll be dead in 6 months.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah, let's hope.
if
Yeah.
only he knew.
He has very little faith in y'all. As far as he knows, he's one of the few agents that has lasted as long as he has. There's a handful. But anyway, he goes back to doing what he was doing quietly, just minding his business.
So as you're watching the team, we're basically gonna coast down here, do a couple of announcements. But as you're watching the vid screen in the back, you see the welcome to Network 54 News special update with Maury Popovich. and you see the screen pans to Maury, who is, you know who Maury is.
Oh, yeah.
He's sitting there behind the screen, and he looks up quickly as though he wasn't expecting it yet, and pops a cigarette out of his mouth and kind of puts it out on the counter and wipes the. Hello, Night City! In case you didn't know already, this is Maury Povich, your host for the evening for Network 54 News.
Fucking
He turns
Maury.
around to he turns around to a different camera. It pans out and pans in on him. In the second camera, he says, bullshit is on the rise here in Night City. As I'm sure you're not surprised. A video begins playing in the background monitor behind him. Somewhere in Night City today, this bullshit was going on. And here we have some footage of said bullshit. For the latest updates on this bullshit, we can go over to our guy in the field, fuck him in. And then it runs through the rest of this program.
Well played.
Very nice.
Paul's just sitting there. Just this is Maury. This is Studio 54. Hey, what are you gonna do? He just watches what's going on. He's Paul is in the back of his head. He's like, oh well, we got some new people, and yeah, he honestly doesn't think most of them or all of them are gonna last the 6 months. He's kind of suspects that he's going to be looking for new partners very soon.
We'll see. One thing you probably did notice about these two, for Nyx and Ring, this is probably a little, well, it's strange for all of you guys. So, like I said, you've never seen other human beings before, or interacted with an AI that's part of the BOR. The two, Nyx and Ring, were wearing the armor that you guys have in the armory. That's what they have on. Which I don't think you guys tried on, or maybe Paul tried on his armor.
Yeah, Paul's tried on his armor. Obviously, he's this is kind of a newer variant for him, but he's he's no stranger to the customized equipment.
Yes, and that is definitely what.
The one thing he is surprised at is the armory, because when he was coming up, they kind of, you just kind of scrounged what you could. The fact that they have a fully equipped armory, by Arsak and Militech, is he's like, oh, so you new kids get the nice shit. Back in my day, that's what he's thinking.
Nice. So, just a quick recap of this. Well, not recap, but just a little bit of a deep dive of the mission. So for Ring and for Paradox, first off, I just want to say thank you very much and welcome to the stream. I'm glad you guys decided to join us, and we knew you from before and RPing with you before. This is a little different. It's going to take a little bit of getting used to. But welcome aboard. What did you think of your, first experience with this?
Very different character from what I'm used to. I'm usually a very quiet individual, and usually play the very quiet, more spy type, not the go in guns blazing, let's burn everything down type. So it was nice to kind of step outside the comfort zone and try something new.
Very nice. Very nice. How about you, Nyx?
Agreed. It's a character that I've thought of for our personal game that I don't get to play all that often, and I'm really glad I get to, because she's very different from what I usually do. She's definitely a lot more morally ambiguous. The other character I play for our personal cyberpunk game, very, very lawful, very, her moral compass is very set, and so this was fun to play. And she's just batshit crazy, and it's just fun.
Very much so, yes.
Gotcha. So and for Scotty and Paul, you guys got to settle a little longer tonight than what was anticipated. But what'd you think of the game today?
Nah, man. I mean, it was interesting to seeing just Ring and Paradox go about, how they interact with each other. Because I mean, we already had an episode with Scotty and Paul, kind of seeing how their relationship is at least starting out, which not the best, but that's to be expected in this whole situation. So kind of seeing the other side of the coin before the two teams came together.
Mm-hmm. I liked it.
Right.
It was entertaining
Excellent.
for sure.
Do you think
Well,
that
it's
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead and ask your question. You're fine.
Well, I was just gonna say, I do think these two women need like a badass group name. And since they both have kill counters, which I didn't know that they both had kill counters, I feel like it should be like the kill countesses or something like that.
The kill countesses.
Love it.
Wow. Wow.
Paul is not signing off on that bullshit.
You have to know anything
Well, it's
about
just
it.
for them too. It
I'll
doesn't
say-
have anything to do with Paul.
Paul don't have to know about it.
It's like, suddenly, I think the
when
boys
can I
need to
work on
make a
myself
secret
again?
team name.
Oh my god, no. If Scotty comes to him, it's like,
Now
hey,
we're-
let's make a secret team. He's probably gonna get shot.
Wow. All right. All right. So as we're rolling into the very end here, just a quick plug for our Discord channel. So if you haven't yet, please do feel free to join our Discord channel so you can kind of stay up to date with the story. There'll be more material that goes into the Discord, kind of the back end stuff. The idea behind this stream is that it's going to be a little more episodic, so it'll be a long-running stream, but it's not necessarily going to pick up right from where it left off in the previous stream. It'll be a little bit more mission-based for the team here. In the character development piece, that arc will run along with it. Anything that any of you guys have for our audience before we find a spot to launch them off to? I think that we're gonna do a raid this evening.
Just thank you for joining. Thank you to Rob and Paradox for the help with my character when she ended up in those shit moments. But yeah, just thanks.
Thank you guys for the audience joined. Thanks guys for tuning in for this episode and watching our two newest team members kind of come onto the scene. Yeah, if you guys have any questions for us, the players, as to our characters or what have you, feel free to drop it in the chat, or you can join our Razzmatazz Discord, which I believe it is in the chat right now.
Yeah.
It was just a recent message. And you can always ask the players some questions about the characters. I can't guarantee we'll always answer all those questions, but we'll take note of them. Again, thank you guys for being here. It's been a pleasure.
And please do join us next Friday night for episode 4. Now that we've been through a lot of the character introduction piece and getting these characters together, we'll be able to start to kind of get into the meat and potatoes of this story. Also, we have the update log, which runs every Wednesday night. Rob, you want to tell them a little bit about that?
Oh yes, the update log runs every Wednesday night at 8 2000 EST. You can do the math there. And basically, it involves anything within the gaming industry, all aspects from video games to TTRPGs and everything in between. We discuss kind of really what makes a good game. And there are tons of elements that go into that. Our first episode was talking about a player-powered approach from a series of articles written by Warren Spector, who is a prolific game designer, director, worked on games like Deus Ex and Mickey, Evil Mickey 1 and 2. Our second episode was about how music and the OST or original soundtrack can really make or break a game and elevate it. Take a good game to a great game, and a great game to something that's going to hit Game of the Year. And how oftentimes the soundtrack to a game is definitely one of the more memorable elements because it evokes certain feelings in the player. And again, those feelings will be unique to each player. But yeah, we discuss everything gaming and gaming related. Tune in at 20 EST or 8 p.m. EST every Wednesday night.
And as someone that has watched that stream and interacted with that, it is a absolute blast. I strongly encourage you to be there. Which I get to watch the whole thing next time.
It's a great chance to have a conversation about what's going on and how we feel about certain aspects of gaming. I find it highly entertaining, and it's just a nice, good listen to, for sure.
Awesome. Thank you very much for that, guys. And just a quick note for our audience right now. This is all sponsored by our studio, which is the Vanguard Studio LLC. We started this stream and this game as basically our testing ground. This is the first time we've done live streams with this, with story and content, but it's something that we intend to expand upon in the future. This being our first foray into that, and much more to come, I hope. So thank you very much, and I think at this point we will launch a raid. I was hoping to hit Insomnia Night, but they haven't started yet. They don't start for another 3 minutes. So I think we are going to jump into Fozka, and we'll probably catch the tail end of their stream. Thank you very much for being here, and everybody have a good night.
Yep.
Anybody want to wave?
See you guys next time.
All right.